Hi, everyone. It's Tracy Malone from narcissistabusesupport.com. Today, I am once again speaking to my estranged parents who are estranged from their adult children due to a narcissistic in-law or partner. Maybe they're not even married yet and they've already started to control your family. People ask me all the time, why my child? They're so smart. They're so kind. They're so spiritual. They go to church. They have such good values and integrity. We didn't raise them like this. How is this happening? And one of the ways that you need to understand that your kids are targeted. I was going to say all people who are with narcissists are targeted, and they're targeted because of their qualities. They're who they are as a person, and it's usually kind, loving, forgiving, religious, spiritual. People are going to give them second chances, third chances. They're going to be manipulatable, right? So if they're very easily forgiving, they will do lots of things and have to forgive them. So they're just going to keep on taking the abuse because they were targeted for specific qualities about them. Sometimes, depending on the narcissist, sometimes they're targeted because they make a lot of money and therefore the narcissist doesn't have to. Sometimes, they make the money and they want someone to stay home with the children. It could be male or female, but it could be, you know, you're this role, I'll do this. They're looking for a nanny. They're looking for someone to take care of their kids to make them look normal. But there's also another thing that makes your kid really vulnerable. And I'm going to share that with you today because I want you to do the work to think about how this relates to your child and think it through. Talk with your friends, talk with siblings, talk with everybody that you can, and try to find this part of it because while it doesn't change anything to understand, it does help you have that question. Why my child? How are they not seeing this? All that stuff. It's this vulnerabilities. It's this unmet needs is what we're going to be talking about today. And unmet needs are, everyone's got them, right? But what we're talking about is things like loneliness, right? If they are lonely or socially awkward or emotionally sort of on the outskirts of life, someone swoops in and they've never met anyone like them. And, you know, people don't get you, but I do. And all of that sort of stuff, right? They also have this, they could be looking for people who are desperate for love. All their friends have gotten married, maybe even having babies already. If they've experienced abandonment or rejection, they're craving deep connection. And so fast intimacy, big promises, and soulmate language right out of the gate is how they will be coerced into loving them, right? This is love bombing. It feels real, but it's not. It's fake, right? The shy and introverted and socially anxious child, adult child. It doesn't mean that they're not in good jobs and have good lives. It means that on the love front, they're a little bit quieter and they're very thoughtful and they're very susceptible to people who are going to come in and take care of everything and be the answer and just boom, instantly love is there. They will also target people with no close family bonds. And that could be that maybe they come from a divorced family or they come from a family with a narcissist or, there's just emotional craziness, right? And they don't want a relationship necessarily with their family. And the narcissist steps in and they're not like your family. Oh no, we're your family now. And I would never treat you the way they did. And we don't need toxic people. I'm going to set you free from those emotionally disturbed people called your family. Um, Another way that people are manipulated in this way is their unmet needs of very dependent on their parents. This is coming from a perspective of the helicopter parent, the our generation, and I'm talking people who might have adult children. Um, kind of reversed it from what they had when they were growing up into a situation where they are over nurturing. They are over scheduling when they were younger, and the kids become dependent on the parent. And a narcissist comes along, and if you did everything for your kid and set them up in their apartment and knitted curtains or whatever, then this person is going to be threatened by you. And so they have to eliminate you, right? And they'll say things like, well, you've been dependent on your parents too long. It's time to grow up. I can help you step and stand on your own. But you have to let them go because we can't compete in this, and you can't keep going backwards to your parents. If we're going to do this, we're going to feel it and we're going to fix it right now. And, you know, they'll criticize you as a parent, saying, they made you feel helpless, but I'm going to fix that. You're so much stronger than this. And, they made all your decisions and they even manage your finances. And this is often used if the parents are helping, like helping buy a house or helping buy a car or financially helping them with rent or whatever it is. This person wants that, tie to be cut. And so they will isolate them from there. Um, if your child has fears, and almost everyone has fears, but we talked about the fear of being alone, right? But we could also talk of the fear of financial insecurity and competence. Like if they feel like they're not going to be able to manage and take care of themselves, then they find somebody and says, I'll take care of that. Don't worry about that. I make enough for both of us. It's perfectly fine. You relied on them too long. Let me help you, right? As this happens, your child slowly loses the autonomy and understanding even how to manage their life. This isn't somebody coming in to rescue them. This is someone coming in to replace the parents and become more dependent on the narcissist than they even were. They're not going, hey, you need to be independent and here's how, go for it. They're going, I'll fix it, right? And not that anyone necessarily thinks they have to fix everything, but a narcissist will. So we have all kinds of different things, fear of not being good enough, right? And somebody comes in and says, you're the best thing since sliced bread. I never met anyone like you. We're instant soulmates. I'm so lucky to be with you. How's your kid going to react? They're going to react and they're going to love it, right? Um, Your child is not estranged because they hate you. They are estranged because someone is feeding them fears that you are the problem and you are the reason. And, the price is comfort, but it's also control and this loyalty that they will be continually, threatened by their parents and only they can save them. So, um, your child doesn't see it because it doesn't look like control. It looks like love. It looks like finally being seen. It looks like finally being chosen, finally not being alone. I'm safe, right? They don't understand that this person is not the rescuer, but they've been fed that. So you need to understand this isn't your fault. The narcissist is going to continue to try to hook your child, but don't try to force the language of narcissism on there. Um, I have a new book coming out. Ignore the piece of paper. This is going to be the cover. They don't see it, but you do. How to gently plant seeds of naming abuse. You don't say they're a narcissist, they're gaslighting you, they're trying to control you. You have to know that those mistakes, you probably already seen it, that those mistakes are mistakes. So that book's going to come out soon. And of course, my book, which I'm going to keep holding up, and I even put it on a little stand over there, Estranged by Lies, How Narcissistic Partners Use Power and Control to Destroy Your Family. It's going to give you the tools to understand how to emotionally regulate what narcissistic abuse is, what coercive control is, how to talk to them, how to communicate, how to fix the problems that might have already happened. So go get the book when it's out, and I will see you guys soon. If you haven't, subscribe to my channel or like this video, please leave a comment, like it, do all that stuff because it then reaches more estranged parents, and I appreciate it. I swear it's not about making money. I make no money on YouTube. I don't know who says that, but it's just about reaching the parent. So please like this, subscribe, and I will see you again on my next video. If you haven't been to my website yet, narcissistabusesupport.com, I strongly suggest you get there. If you get on my mailing list, there's a pop-up that'll pop up. You can just get on the mailing list, then you'll be notified when the book comes out. You'll be notified when I have groups. You'll be notified about all the blogs and updates that I do. So go join it, and I will see you on the other side. Thank you.